What's up, guys? We're back here on some more Black Ops 2. I'm just gonna be playing free for all, talking about whatever comes to my mind again. So I want to dive into a little bit more about what I was talking about yesterday when I was saying that I think one of the points I talked about yesterday is that the people who made the game back then, they're not the same people who make the game these days. And I kind of want to, I guess, dive into that a little bit more because it's like it's not as simple as I made it sound, because not only is it like the people who made the game are like a completely different set of people that made the games that we actually enjoyed, but it's also they're making it for different reasons as well, because like a lot of this, like a lot of the games that get released today, maybe not even just exclusively Call of Duty but mainly Call of Duty, I feel like the main goal of it is like it's mainly motivated by money. It's not really motivated by passion anymore like it used to be. And it's pretty sad and depressing to think about, because like the reason Call of Duty exists is because it was like a beloved game that like people actually went out of their way to play and enjoy, and like people loved it, you know? Like everybody back in the day loved Call of Duty. Like when you think, like when you talk about Call of Duty back in the day, everybody always had like, or usually had like good things come to their mind, you know? Like it'd be like, I don't know, you would just get like, you wouldn't get depressed when somebody brings up Call of Duty. And nowadays, these days, it seems like the only like connotations that are like associated with Call of Duty is negative shit, because it feels like that's what it all is. Like 9 times out of 10, when you like bring up Call of Duty in a conversation, it's gonna be about like how, you know, how degenerate it's gotten and how it's only like motivated by money and corporate greed. But if you talked about it like back in the day when like Black Ops 2 just came out, it's like, oh yeah, like I can't wait to get the new map packs. I wonder what new maps is gonna be, this, that. Nobody really cares about that anymore, because I feel like most people, whether they realize it or not, have already kind of figured out the system. Like we all know what this is for. Like it's pretty much all just a scheme to get money. Like whether we like it or not, it's pretty much the only reason Call of Duty still exists. And it's pretty much the main reason why it's being released yearly still after all this time. When you actually think about it, if they actually cared about this game, they wouldn't be releasing yearly new editions every time. They would actually take time to, you know, nurture the game and like take care of it, like let it like develop a community of its own. But no, they gotta switch things around every single year to see what else they can add in to make money. Just think about how successful, like how much more money they would make if they actually tapped into all that, like, you know, like fan service, like, you know, stuff that people wanted. Like they could do so much with what they already have. Like Call of Duty has a history of doing like amazing things with their games that like made them like stand out from other FPSs, and people like it made people stick around, you know? But that's just not the case anymore. It's pretty much just a copy and paste job every single year, and you can't tell me it's not. You just can't. What they could do, instead of pretty much like spending all their time just developing new bundles instead of fixing bugs and all that, like, you know how like instead of like fixing actual problems of the game and like adding things that people want, they just spend all their time adding in new bundles for people to buy. It's pretty, like, it just shows you where the priorities are at. It really does. I could bet on the fact that they would make so much more money if they would just simply listen to what people wanted. That's all they have to do. Like, it might be the case that, yeah, like we already know like there's a completely like entirely different group of people behind these more recent games than there were back in the days where Call of Duty was actually beloved. But still, like that shouldn't have to ruin the whole franchise. Like I'm sure like even if it's like different like people under the studio and different studio heads, they could still make good games if they chose to. Like I simply refuse to believe that they're just incapable of making good games. They could totally do that if they wanted to. They just choose not to, because they would rather spend time going down the route of what's gonna make the most money. What are we gonna do that's gonna get the most people buying bundles and shit? That's why they have all this like matchmaking shit and all this engagement based matchmaking and all that. That's the main reason behind it. It's all corporate greed motivated. And you can tell that by something they did recently with I haven't talked about it yet, but Call of Duty Warzone Mobile just came out actually, and it's pretty much screams cash grab. Like if you've played or attempted to play, I should say, Warzone Mobile recently, then you already know without me saying that it just screams cash grab. Like honestly, like you can easily tell what their goal is, like what their motivation is, because not only does it barely work properly at all, but it's really funny how you notice when you go into the game, like the store works, bundles work, and the fucking game itself barely even functions. And we're talking about Warzone Mobile right now, you know? Like it shouldn't be that difficult to make a game work on a phone, you know? Like it should at least be a lot easier than making it work on like a PC or console or something. It's pretty much just a downscaled phone port of what we have now, and they couldn't even make that work. And it's funny because like they are such cash grabbers that they actually have to bot reviews on the store to give people the impression that Warzone Mobile is worth buying when it's really not. Like I saw something on Reddit the other day of Warzone Mobile actually getting review bombed, and it's actually insane because, you know, that's something I believe that like Activision as a company would actually do. Like I believe that they would do that. Like it makes sense because when I tried Warzone Mobile on my phone, like I had to rate it a 1-star because it barely functioned. Like I wasn't having the same problems where like my phone would overheat. It wasn't anything like that. For me personally, what happened to me, my experience is that I simply could not get into a match. I could not get into a single match no matter how long I queued, and I don't know for what reason that was. So like I can't rate it higher than a 1-star if I can leave my phone, like the phone screen turned on and everything, for like over an hour and I still won't find a match. Like there's no way I can rate it higher than a 1-star. There's just no way. That honestly did it for me. That settled it for me. Like they obviously weren't even trying when it comes to that game. They honestly weren't even trying. And it's really sad to see because like if you look at games like this that I'm playing right now, like you can obviously tell like they used to try. Like look at this, like they really did used to try. Like they used to actually put love into their games, but now they don't do any of that. It's just it is what it is. It's a sad reality that we have to live in now, but I just really wish that they would kind of like I wish I could grab some like Activision CEO and like shake him by the shoulders and be like, open your goddamn eyes, just make the game how it's supposed to be and you will make all the money you could ever want. Literally, just open your eyes. How am I getting hit markers? What the hell? And it's sad because like really big content creators, like they kind of do have a voice to like make stuff like this known and make it like apparent to the people that make the game, but some of them choose not to. Like it's the same thing with the cheating issues. Like big creators like won't even mention or address cheating issues at all, because if like Activision cracks down on cheating, they won't have their like Warzone top play montages or anything. They won't have those, so it's not really in their benefit at all to like improve the community. As long as they are making money, they don't give a fuck about you. I'm sorry, like I'm sorry I just woke you up and opened your eyes to what your favorite streamer or your favorite content creator actually is, but I'm sorry, I had to pour the cold water on you. Like I really did. It'd be like that, man. But anyway, Black Ops 2, peak gaming, current day Modern Warfare, and whatever, just terrible ass. Nobody wants to play that. Nobody cares. It is what it is. How is that a hit marker? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you agreed with anything I had to say, like and subscribe, and tell me what I should talk about next or do next. Have a good one, and peace.